I feel like you single, but we go together.
We go together now?
Real bad.
So, are you settling for half of a love story? If so, you need to know that you are worth so much more. When you know your worth, you're not just going to settle for being someone's side piece or their option. A committed relationship is something that we should all have, because when someone's committed to you, they choose you first. You're not a secret and you know what you deserve. Sometimes it's hard for people to understand their worth, especially based on how they may have been treated when they were younger, or just not having, I guess, the tools to know how to get what you want out of a relationship. Your partner isn't fully invested if your relationship has to be kept a secret. And you shouldn't be okay with this type of arrangement, because it just shows that you're sloppy seconds. You weren't good enough to be first, so you're settling for less than, because at least it's better than nothing, right? If you want to have mutual respect in a relationship, then you have to have a mutual commitment. So if you're settling for less than mutual respect in your relationship, then you're compromising your self-worth. And if you're compromising your self-worth, then that's going to lead to low self-esteem. You think that it's just partying, it's just having fun, it's just being young, and it can be that until you want more. You get what I'm saying? So how do we identify the mixed signals and red flags that come with starting when you're talking to someone before it's actually a relationship? You need to just try to avoid communication that isn't on the regular. So in the past, I dated someone and they got upset with me about something, but instead of just talking about it, they just didn't talk to me for days. And that didn't really sit well with me. So I was just okay, the relationship's over. And then after a few days, they're well, I just feel, and then in a text message at that, it's just kind of you don't respect me enough to communicate open, honestly, and timely, and maybe not over a text. Sometimes over the phone conversations just lead to better results. If you can talk on the phone to somebody or in person, then you can kind of understand the tone. The tone, if you're over the phone, and in person, you can see their expression and things. If you're gonna try to dissolve a conflict or talk something out, it's much better to do it over the phone or in person rather than over text. That's where a lot of things can get miscommunicated. So what's the most vulnerable question that you can ask somebody? What are we? It's the most difficult question. You don't know what the other person's gonna say. That question can really make or break whether you're past the talking stage and into a relationship, right? So if you ask this question or someone asks you, that in itself is a red flag. So just try to watch out for things that just don't seem right. If the person can't communicate effectively with you, it's a red flag. If you ask the person, what are we? And they don't say, oh, you're my girlfriend, you're my boyfriend, that's a red flag. They could have ulterior motives for why they want you in their life. What are the consequences of being a side piece? When you're a side piece, you can face some long-term cost. You're compromising on commitment, and it's not going to lead to anything positive in the end, because let's just call it what it is. Essentially, you're not the one. I'm sorry to say it like that, but that's what it is. So just try to have communication with the person that you're dating, that you're talking to, that you're in a relationship with, because that's really how you get to having someone that really has your back like that, and not feeling so concerned about facing the world alone. I'll say it's honestly a wonderful feeling just to have someone that is really there for you, and vice versa. So side pieces are kind of uplifted in our society for some reason, and I just really think that it's time to break those molds, because the number one thing that humans want out of life is connection. and a community. That's why people always divide themselves into groups, because they want to belong. So let's just try to change the mold and develop something new that'll be like better for generations to come. You know, if we have healthier relationships, we have happier people. If we have happier people, we have happier generations, so even more happier people. And also try to redefine what healthy relationships look like. I literally was at Walmart today, and there was this family that was on the other side of me, and I heard them like arguing, and it was so uncomfortable just to like hear. So I wonder how the people in that family feel on a day-to-day. Are they happy? Are they angry? And you know, I don't know their life. They could be like stressed out or something like that. But it's just sad to see, like, why are y'all arguing? Like, just let's be happy. Like, even if we're at the grocery store, like, we're spending time together, you know? So what's like some self-care things that we can do to better ourselves, to have those healthy relationships? Well, it's important to like set those boundaries with people. Like, things that you don't like, it's okay to let people know that, because then you weed out the people that don't need to be in your life. And I'm not saying that things have to be perfect or whatever. I'm just saying that it's okay to speak on something that is like disrespectful to you. If I'm being honest, true love starts when you really love yourself. If you love yourself in a healthy manner, then you can love other people in a healthy manner. People think that it's settling if you have all these rules for the type of partner that you want, and then you're settling if you don't get exactly that. However, it's more of settling if you're like someone's number two, you know? So you have to like be independent, but in a way so that when your partner finds you or you find them, you're both ready. So that's all that I have for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you could, do me a favor and go down to the description. I have an email list there that I'd love for you to join if you want to get more exclusive tips. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.